Was Howard Hughes' OCD solely caused by his mother, not genetic? So, I mean, this is, I'll just, you know, OCD today we understand probably has a genetic component, and we don't, it's not that there's a gene, but it does run in families, as do other anxiety disorders. So it sounds from what has been pieced together that his mother had OCD.
She certainly had a lot of tendencies that way. There's just no doubt about it.
It was not diagnosed at that time because nobody made those diagnoses, but it sounded likely. And you also mentioned to me earlier that his father's
his grandmother on his father's side also had a significant fear of bugs and germs, and was constantly fumigating her closets and things of that sort. I mean, that on itself is not totally bad.
You can't make a diagnosis that way,
but when you start coupling it with the other side of the family, and you say these two streams going on, you do
so there
wonder.
Probably is some biologic loading, and in addition, obviously, that gets reinforced as a child, that you would be told, you know, don't do this, you'll get sick, don't step in that puddle, don't, you know, one must, you know, separate your peas and things like that would definitely have an impact. And in fact, I think at some point in his hospitalization following one of the plane crashes, he believed that it was fresh squeezed orange juice that healed him, essentially, nothing else. And so this is, I think, so representative of his life. Fresh squeezed orange juice, that he had to watch the orange being squeezed into the glass to see the juice. He had to see it happen. On the one hand, you could say, oh, that's real impairment, you know, that you know, because you might not get good medical care if you're dependent on orange juice. On the other hand, while he was in the hospital bed, he designed a hospital bed that he thought would have been important for the kinds of things that he was struggling with, burns and difficulty being touched and having pain. He designed a hospital bed that he didn't get to use, but became the prototype for the hospital beds that you see today, where, you know, the leg goes up and the patient can control the head and so on. What we take for granted was really a design of Howard Hughes. And I think that just exemplifies, you know, that he had this fine mind, and he had this ability to persevere even under tremendous duress and use his mind to create something really special, spectacular, and at the same time, you know, he still struggled with these symptoms.